Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by my page again, V314 Inspirations. So let's get into this thing today, alright? So today I want to speak on the subject of God is the ultimate shapeshifter. Do you hear me in here today? No, but seriously, God is the ultimate shapeshifter. He can be whatever we need, whenever we need him to be, if we call on him. Because God, there's nothing that can rein him in. There's nothing that can hold him back. You can't put God in a box. You can't put limits on him. There's nothing that he cannot do. There's no closed door that he cannot open. There's no window that he cannot open. There's no way that he cannot make. He is hope. He is the truth. He is light. He is love. He is salvation. He can be our Father when we need him. He is a provider. He's a protector. He's a brother. He's a helper. He's a healer. You know, all these things are God. They're part of what makes God God. You know what I mean? And he can be all that to you when you need him. He can change into that helper when you need him. He can turn into a healer when you need him. He can be that doctor when you need him. When you're feeling sick and you need a healing from God, he can be that doctor, you know. When you need a lawyer in the courtroom, he can be that lawyer. You know, you hear those things, but you think about it and you realize that God really can be everything you need. He is everything you need. God is a savior. He's a great friend indeed. He is a lover like no other. You know what I mean? God is everything. God is everything each and every one of us need. He knows what we need personally. He knows us name by name. He knows the hairs on our head, like by the number of them. He can be he can move and shape into whatever we need him to be at that time when we call on him. If we are feeling lonely and we're feeling it's like, you know, nobody wants to be around me. No, I'm just not feeling good. I'm feeling alone. There's nobody around me. There's nobody, like, I'm just all by myself. He can be that person for you to make the loneliness flee. He can come and he can comfort you and he can be with you and just dwell with him, and you won't feel alone anymore because he's right there with you. He's around us all the time, but when you call on him, when you're in that lonely spot, he will come there and he would suck up that space which is making you feel lonely. He will suck that up and he'll just occupy that space immediately when you call on him. If you're feeling stressed, you feel anxiety and you feel worried because you don't know how this is going to work out and how that's going to work out, if you call on God, he will shape shift into a peacemaker. Like, he'll give you peace. He'll shape shift into a comforter when you're feeling worried and when you're feeling anxiety and all that stuff. When you're feeling depression, he can come and he can help lift up your spirits. He can be that person that gives you joy. You know what they say, you are the source of my strength, the center of my joy, all that stuff. He can be that, and he wants to be that for you. If you need guidance, you know, he'll be your father. He'll guide you. He'll protect you, because that's what a father is supposed to do, right? The father, he goes out and he goes after the boars, and he comes home and he brings the meat in. He protects the family from the wild animals trying to get inside the cave, right? God can be that father for you. He wants to guide you. He can protect you. He sends his angels out every day and every night to watch over you, to protect over you. God can be that protector. He can be that guidance for you. If you want wisdom, you know, the mother is the more nurturing one and she has the wisdom and all that kind of stuff. God can be that mother for you as well. You call on him for wisdom. You call on him for comfort, just to feel loved sometimes. You could call on God and he'll just give you that love, and you'll just feel it just oozing all over your body, like, oh, I am loved by you, God. If you need someone to talk to, you just have all these thoughts in your head and you got to get them out. If you need somebody to talk to, somebody who won't tell your secrets, somebody that you don't have to worry about if they're going to judge you or if they're going to look at you differently after you tell them this, or you're worried about somebody telling your secrets, stabbing you in the back, using your words against you, you can tell your secrets to God and he won't tell anybody. You can know that it's locked up in a vault and it's not going to go nowhere. Nobody's going to stab you in the back with those words. Nobody's going to come back and use them against you. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about if he's going to judge you off of what you said. He already knows what you did and he already knows what you're thinking. So you might as well just tell him to get it out of your mouth, because, you know, keeping it in your mouth, keeping it closed up is what makes you feel bound, and that's just the enemy trying to do that, right? So if you need somebody to talk to, you can go and talk to God 24/7. He'll be there to listen to you, and he's never going to come back at you about it, you know? Once you tell him, it's forgotten. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it anymore. And you don't have to worry about it coming back up, you know? With people, you know, it might slip out. You know, some people can't hold water to save their life. So you can tell God, you don't have to worry about it ever going anywhere, about hearing somebody else whispering about it. And you're like, how do you know about it? But you tell God your secrets and you don't have to worry about it ever coming out ever again. He'll never betray you, you know? And that's what we want when we tell secrets too, right? And also when you need somebody to talk to, sometimes you need somebody just to listen. God will just listen to you sometimes. Most times I feel like he's going to give you advice, sound advice, advice to make you do better and to feel better in life. He'll be that friend. Because, you know, you usually talk to your friends about your secret, or your brother and your sister. He'll be that friend, that brother, or that sister that you can tell your secrets to, that you can talk to. You can call them up anytime and you can talk to them and just release things. God says, I can be everything you need if you allow me. His word says that if you draw near to him, he'll draw near to you. So as you're calling on him, oh God, I need your peace, I need your comfort. He's coming right there. He's coming to meet you and to satisfy that need. He says, he'll be the bread when you're hungry, the water when you're thirsty. Come and drink from the well that never runs dry. Come get a taste of the living water. Come to me, all ye who are weak, all those who are weary and heavy burdened, heavy laden, and I will give you rest. God says, I am everything you need. I want to be everything you need. Personally, I want to be everything you need. I want to be that father figure. I want to be that mother. I want to be that friend. I want to be that protector. I want to give you guidance. I want to be everything you need, and I can if you let me in. If you let me in, then I can be everything you need at all times. At the same time, that's the thing about God, because you can't put him in a box. You can be everything you need at the same time. And you can do it for me while he's doing it for you. I'm starting to feel good up in here. My throat's starting to hurt. God is good, y'all. God is so good. And when you realize that he is everything you need, everything that you can want and more, when you realize that he can occupy all the spaces that you feel that you're lacking in, when you realize that he can be that shapeshifter, when you begin to realize and acknowledge and believe, and I'm talking about really believe, like beyond believing that, oh yeah, God, he created the heavens and the earth. God, he created man in his image. God, he's the father of Jesus. Oh yeah, he did that stuff for Moses and Abraham. When you go beyond that and you get to know God for yourself on a personal level, you'll find that he is everything. Everything. Yeah, when you find out he's everything. He's everything that you need, and he wants to be that for you. He says that, you know, he's not going to withhold any good thing, you know. He wants to be that for you if you just line up with him and you call on him, when you recognize it and you acknowledge it, that he is everything. And then that's when you'll understand what I mean by God is the ultimate shapeshifter. Because when you really get to know him on a personal level, and you have times where you have to call on him to be that thing that you need, that you're standing in need of, you realize that he shifts into exactly what you need, and he fills that place, that spot in perfectly. And I mean, if you really think about it, it says that God knew us before we were born, before we were formed in our mother's belly. So he knows everything about us inside and out. So there's no better match for us, you know. And you just dwell in it. You just dwell in it, and you just bask in it, knowing that he is everything you need. And you just grab onto that and you don't let go. And you will never have to worry. Not to say that you won't ever go through pain, but you'll know that you don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to be broken alone. And you know that you don't have to stay in that place. You can be healed, you can be freed, and you can move on, because God is everything you need. That's it. Let him be everything you need. Let him in. Let him be everything. So thank you again for coming by V314 Inspirations. Like, share, subscribe if you're feeling the video. I hope that it touched somebody. Remember, there's only one you. You gotta show them why, okay? So I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, you guys be blessed.